Hello everyone, in this video series, we will try to cover all the core topics for Standard Grade 6 Math. This is the Unit 1 video lesson. In this lesson, we will cover one of the important topics, ratio. All of the remaining contents will be a great resource for anyone who would like to review Middle School Math 6 level. We hope you all enjoy every piece of it. Today's lesson will consist of ratio, calculating ratio between two quantities, equivalent ratio, and simplifying ratio. We will explain each of them in the remaining slides. So, what is a ratio? Think about it for a moment. That's right. A ratio is the relationship between two or more quantities. We use ratios to compare values. In our real lives, when we use words like for every, for each, per, they all mean ratios. Isn't it interesting? We use ratios in our day-to-day life. So, a simple definition of a ratio is that it compares values. We can compare values between two objects or more than two objects. For example, here we have 3 blue squares and 1 yellow square. We can say that the ratio between blue and yellow squares is 3:1. If this makes sense, let's see how we write the ratio in math. Ratios can be shown in different ways while writing it. We can use colon to separate the ratio values. We can use the word to, or we can write it like a fraction. All these mean the same thing here. Let's look at an example how many different ways we can write the ratio. Here, we can see a butterfly. Every butterfly has 4 wings. The relationship between butterflies and wings can be described as 4 wings for every butterfly. For every 4 wings there is 1 butterfly. 4 wings per butterfly. 1 butterfly per 4 wings. The ratio of wings to butterflies is 4:1. The ratio of wings to butterflies is 4:1. Each butterfly has 4 wings. Every 4 wings equal 1 butterfly. The ratio of butterflies to wings is 1:4. The ratio of butterflies to wings is 1:4. We can see that the same ratio can be expressed by using various different sentences. Please remember this. Let's try a problem here. Take some time and see if you can do it. So, here, there are 5 orange squares and 11 white squares. So, the ratio is 5:11. Hope this problem makes sense. Perfect. Let's move on. Try this example now. So, here, we have 5 green balls and 6 red balls. So, the ratio of green balls to red balls is 5:6. Now, we want to give you a warning here. You might think to put the answer as 6:5, right? Because the question asked for the ratio of green balls to red balls, we should write green to red, not red to green. Remember, for the ratio, the order or the sequence of placement of the value is important. Hope this makes sense. Awesome, we now come on to an important topic. Equivalent ratio. What is an equivalent ratio? Remember the original problem. 3 blue squares versus 1 yellow square. We can scale up the ratio by multiplying with 2. So, 3 to 1 becomes 6 to 2. They are both equivalent ratios. One thing to remember is if we are given 6 to 2 as a ratio and asked to simplify, we write this as 3 to 1. This is called simplifying ratios. Now, you got it. We scale up the ratio by multiplying with the same number on both numerator and denominator. But, at the same time, we can scale down the ratio by dividing with the same number on both numerator and denominator. For example, 4 to 5 is the same as 8 to 10. This was done by scaling the ratio with 2 units as a multiplier. Check this solved example here. We have a recipe for pancakes. We need 3 cups of flour and 2 cups of milk. But this is suitable for 1 person. If there are 4 persons in total, how many cups of flour and how many cups of milk do you need? That's right. We multiply the ratio by 4. That's 12 cups of flour and 8 cups of milk. If the ratio is not the same, the pancake would not taste like it did for that 1 person earlier. Let's do a practice problem now. Take some time and see if you can solve this problem. So, here we need to find the ratio of girls to boys. The number of boys is 20. We get 20 by subtracting 12 girls from 32 students. So, now the ratio of girls to boys is 12 to 20. But, any ratio needs to be simplified. So, see if you can divide both of them by any number other than 1. Yes, we get 4. So, the ratio is simplified to 3 to 5. Let's look at this practice problem. Think about it for a moment and see if you can do it. So, here, it says Jim can run a mile in 5 minutes and 50 seconds. John can run a mile in 6 minutes and 40 seconds. We see both times are given in combinations of minutes and seconds. So, we need to convert minutes into seconds first. This can be done by using conversion factor of 1 minute equals 60 seconds. Therefore, 5 minutes is equal to 5 times 60 seconds. That is 300 seconds and we add 50 seconds. And 6 minutes is equal to 6 times 60 seconds. That is 360 seconds and we add 40 seconds. If we do that, we get 350 seconds for Jim and 400 seconds for John. Now, both are expressed in the unit of seconds. So, the ratio of Jim's time to John's time is 350 to 400. But we need to simplify. We can divide them by 50 to simplify it. It will be reduced to 7 to 8. This is the end of this lesson. We hope you have liked the lesson. Please like and share this video to benefit others as well. Do not forget to subscribe to our tutorial channel. We will see you in the next one. The next lesson will be on arithmetic with rational number. Until then, take care and peace.